complete with clothing. Well, 15 years ago, they cost $10,000. Even now, every price is only a third of what it was, and they're still falling lower and lower and lower. Like cats.
I don't understand.
Well, what this means is that we've cut the cost of things. Even with fodder, a robot costs only 3/4 of a cent an hour. It's really quite funny, miss, how factories all over the world are going belly up, unless they bought robots to get production.
Yes, and human workers everywhere are getting fat.
Well, that goes without saying. But in the meantime, we've dropped 500,000 tropical robots on the Argentine pampas to tend to the wheat. In 5 years, we'll be drowning in wheat, and anything else you could possibly want.
Yeah, and guys like me are out of a job.
Yes, people will be out of work. But by then, there will be no work left to be done. Everything will be done by living machines. People will do only what they enjoy. They will live only to perfect themselves. Friends, within the next 10 years, Reason's universal robots will produce so much wheat, so much cloth, so much everything, that things will no longer hold any value. Everyone will be able to take as much as he or she needs. There will be no more poverty.
Will it really be so?
It will. It can't be otherwise. But before that, some awful things might occur, Miss Glory. Or that just can't be avoided. But by then, the subjugation of man by man and the slavery of man to matter will cease. Never again will anyone have to pay for their bread with hatred and their life. There will be no more laborers or wage slaves. No one will have to mine for coal or slave over someone else's machine. No one will have to destroy their soul doing work that they hate.
Yeah, but personally, I sleep kind of better after a hard day's work.
Yes. Well, we can hardly compensate for everything that's lost when we recreate the world from Adam. Oh, Adam, no longer will you have to earn your bread by the sweat of your brow. You will return to paradise where you were nourished by the hand of God. You will be free and supreme. You will have no other worry, no other task, no other care than to perfect your own being. You will be the master of creation. Amen.
So be it. I'm thoroughly confused. I'd like to believe all this.
I promise you, Miss Glory, you'll live to see it all.
Right. I think Miss Glory might have lunch with us.
Really, Miss Glory? Would you do us this honor?
Well, I suppose.
Splendid. Miss Glory excuse us for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Why did they all leave?
To cook, Miss Glory.
Cook what?
Lunch, Miss Glory. The robots would cook for us, but since they have no sense of taste, it's not... Well, trust me.
Well, since we're alone for a few minutes, I wanted to ask you.
There's something I wanted to ask you, too. You've got 5 minutes.
What is it?
No, you first.
Oh, this may sound silly, but why do you manufacture female robots when
sex has no significance for them?
Exactly.
Well, we try to keep a balance. You see? People enjoy seeing both male and female forms.
Then tell me, are the male robots and the female robots simply
indifferent to each other? They don't exhibit even traces of attraction.
How terrible. What's gotten into you?
3 more minutes. If you won't have me, you must at least marry one of us.
Well, why would I marry one of them?
Because you have to. It seems they've fallen in love with you.
I'm leaving now.
Miss Glory, you don't have the heart to disappoint them by your refusal.
Look, I'm not marrying all 6 of you.
No, but at least one of the men.
Shut up. I don't want any of you.
2 more minutes.
Why don't you go marry some female robot?
A female robot is not a woman.
Oh, that's all you want. Well, I'm sure you'd marry the first woman who came along.
Others have been here, Eleanor.
Young one.
Young one.
And why didn't you marry any of them?
Because I never lost my head until today. Not till you walked through that door. 1 more minute.
For the last time, I don't want you.
1 more minute, Eleanor. Either look me in the eye and say no, but you mean it, and I'll leave you alone forever.
You're an animal.
A man should be a bit of an animal. That's in the natural order of things.
You're insane.
Why, people should be insane, Helena. That's the best part about them.
You're...
Well?
Let's go. I don't love you.
Last chance, Helena.
Harry.
Come in. All set. Yes. So are we.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. Ground control to Major Tom. 7, 6. Commencing countdown, engines on. 3, 2. Check ignition and may God's love be with you. This is ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade, and the papers want to know whose shirts you wear. Now it's time to leave the capsule if you dare. This is Major Tom to ground control. I'm stepping through the door, and I'm floating in a most peculiar way, and the stars look very different today. For here am I sitting in a tin can,